I'm going to be talking about how to live a fibroid-free lifestyle, okay? This is really important. So women that have fibroids or even ovarian cysts or any reproductive health issue, you're going to be able to benefit from this, okay? Because we talk about diet all the time, which is, yes, it's really big when it comes to healing the body and being fibroid-free. But also, too, what you do, how you live your life is also a very important part of getting rid of fibroids, okay? Your entire lifestyle. So we're going to talk about it today, transforming into a fibroid-free lifestyle. As you're coming in, be sure to tap the like button, like the video, share this video with somebody else that can benefit from it. If you're watching from YouTube, definitely share this video, okay, with somebody you know that has fibroids, or a couple people you know that has fibroids or ovarian cysts or another reproductive health issue, okay? We're gonna talk about it today. Thank you for the likes. Thank you. So listen, when we talk about fibroids, when we talk about these reproductive health issues, and we talk about healing them naturally, which, in case you haven't heard, can be done. It is so important that you're living a lifestyle that's conducive to healing your womb, that's conducive to balancing your hormones, right? You should want to live an entire lifestyle that is going to serve you in terms of healing your body. And a lot of women are living very chaotic lifestyles. They're living in survival mode. They're living, it's like they're living on autopilot, right? And I know that in our society, it's really easy to do that, but we have to snap out of that, because that's what brings on sickness and, reproductive health issues and all of these other things. Thank you, MB, for liking and sharing. I appreciate you. Ladies, as you're coming in, like the video. If you have fibroids, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know where you guys are watching from, okay? I would love to know. It is so important that when you're healing your body, there are things that have to be changed, okay? Yes, so thank you, MB. If you have fibroids, put a 1 in the chat. I'm talking today for women that have fibroids and cysts, or even endometriosis, other reproductive health issues, because that's what I do. I help women heal from these issues, okay? In case you're new here, okay? Hi, Nola. Welcome. And let me know, ladies, where you guys are watching from. I would love to know. Okay, let's get the likes up so we can get more women in here, okay? If you're watching from YouTube, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you're dealing with fibroids, okay? So I can make sure I'm talking to the right people. Toronto, Canada. Okay, welcome. Atlanta. Welcome, ladies. Okay, nice. Welcome. It's so let's talk about transforming into a fibroid-free lifestyle, okay? First and foremost, if you're new, welcome. Okay, my name is Sasha. I'm a holistic womb specialist. And what I do is I help women who have fibroids. I help women who have other reproductive health issues such as ovarian cysts, endometriosis, adenomyosis, even infertility. I help these women get to the root of these issues, okay? Because if you have any reproductive health issue, there's a root. There's an emotional and physical root cause. So I help women get to the root of these issues in order to heal from fibroids, in order to dissolve and shrink their fibroids, in order to get rid of ovarian cysts, in order to reverse endometriosis, adenomyosis. I've been able to help women get pregnant naturally who are, dealing with years and years of fertility issues, okay? So I love what I do, because when we talk about reproductive health issues, these things are like almost like when it comes to fibroids and ovarian cysts and all of these issues, they can be like almost shackles. Women can feel as though they're like being, how can I say it? They're living their life based off the fibroids, right? They're kind of like, and it can be really limiting. It can be extremely depressing. It can feel isolating when you're, having to deal with fibroids, having to deal with ovarian cysts, having to deal with the symptoms, right? So it can be you can feel as though these things almost have a hold on you, right? So it's so important, if you have these issues, to understand and know that you can heal your body naturally, okay? So we're gonna talk about today living your life from, transforming into a fibroid-free lifestyle, okay? So again, make sure you're gonna wanna be following me. If you're watching from YouTube, be sure to click the like button, okay? Click the like button so it can push it out to more people. And let me know where you guys are from, okay? Where you guys are watching from. Okay, so let's talk about fibroids, transforming into a fibroid-free lifestyle. I want you guys to know, in case you have not heard it before, in case you're new, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are new, because, TikTok always shows new people, right? Pushes the life out to new people. that when it comes to watching from Zambia, okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. We always get women from all over the world here. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, let me know YouTube. Where you guys watching from? Everybody's quiet on YouTube. Hey, everyone. Hey, Tanae. Okay. Hey, Blake. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. So when it comes to fibroids, when it comes to any reproductive, Texas, welcome, Texas, welcome, welcome, welcome. Watching from US, welcome, welcome. Welcome. I'm around. I'm around. I'm in DC currently, but I'm around. But when it comes to reproductive health issues, they can be healed naturally. You can get rid of fibroids naturally. I want you guys to know that. Okay? Do you guys put a 1 in the chat? Do you guys know that? Well, put a 1. Have you been told that you can get rid of fibroids naturally? You can get rid of endometriosis naturally. You can get rid of cysts naturally. Hey, welcome, Jamaica. Hi. Okay, we had 2 women watching from Jamaica. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love Jamaica. That's like one of my favorite places in the world. Love it. Okay, Sasha. So you've been okay. Hi, Sasha. Namesake. Hi, DMV. Okay, I'm also in this area as well. Let me know if you've been told. If you know that you can get rid of these things naturally, right? If you know, because a lot of women don't think that they can. A lot of women think that they have to live with fibroids forever, or they have to have surgery to get rid of fibroids, right? And that's not the truth. So let me know. I want to know, who are the women? Put a 1 in the chat if you know that you can get rid of fibroids naturally. You can get rid of cysts naturally. You can get rid of endo naturally. Okay, Ohio. Welcome, Ebony. Welcome, welcome. I feel like I've seen you before. All we do around here is surgery. I hope I can be a beacon of natural healing for my country. Wow, yeah, I heard in the African countries they do lots of surgery because they're learning from Western medicine, unfortunately. Okay, my first time here, welcome. You have it. Okay, so when it comes to fibroids, right? You have to understand this is. I want you to think of fibroids because essentially they're like accumulation of waste. Okay, accumulation of toxins. Their accumulation. So these things again form due to our lifestyle, due to our diet, right? Due to how we were living our lives. Also due to our emotions as well. Due to us holding things in, right? Holding our emotions in, our negative emotions in, due to traumas. And studies have been shown that women that have, lots of childhood trauma, they have these womb issues. There's a link because we're not just physical beings, we're also energetic beings. So there's a multitude of reasons. And when you're dealing with fibroids, when you're dealing with ovarian cysts, you're also dealing with hormonal imbalances, right? A lot of us don't know that our bodies were showing us for years that our hormones were out of balance. But because a lot of women don't know the beginning, they don't know what hormonal balance looks like, unfortunately, right? Having healthy periods. A lot of women don't have healthy periods. A lot of women don't know what it means to be in balance. Because of that, they think that their symptoms are normal. They don't do anything about their symptoms early on. And then this, again, this causes things like fibroids and endometriosis and things like these things. When the waste starts to accumulate and we don't get the early signs may mean heavy period, clotting in your cycle, which none of this is normal, right? It could mean, breast tenderness, right? These are signs of hormonal imbalance, right? That a lot of people don't notice and don't know. So it's so important that what happens when you're dealing with fibroids, when you're dealing with endometriosis, when you're dealing with ovarian cysts, it's so important for you to also look back to see, wait a minute, my body was out of balance for a long time. And to understand and know what is normal, what is not, right? I hope that you guys are following me because so many of us think that toxicity, whenever I tell women that seeing brown blood on your period is not normal, they flip out. They can't believe it because they've been told for so many years that these things are normal and they're not. They've been told that heavy bleeding is normal and it's not. They've been told that bleeding for more than 3 to 4 days is normal and it's not. So your body will show you signs of toxicity, but you have to understand what the signs are. No, my daughter's being told that she has to have surgery. I did try to look into natural. Okay, first time here, she's on medication. Okay, so let me just say this. This is gonna be controversial. And the person I'm saying first time here, welcome, welcome. I heard you. I heard you. Welcome. Okay, you don't have to put things over and over again. Here's the thing. Medication is not. I don't know what she's on medication for. I'm assuming that it's for fibroids. And when it comes to medication and surgery, those things don't solve the underlying causes of fibroids. When it comes to, let me say that again. When it comes to medication and surgery, Those things don't cause, they don't solve same thing with birth control as well. You can put birth control in there because a lot of women are being told that birth control regulates their hormones or helps with fibroids, and it doesn't. When it comes with these issues, they don't solve the underlying causes of fibroids, right? So what happens is that when we're dealing with medications, these things are overloading the liver and the kidneys even more, which we are already, when you have fibroids, your elimination organs are already backed up. This is why this waste was able to form in the body. You're dealing with a liver that's overloaded with toxins, with waste, with excess hormones. You're dealing with, so your kidneys are not filtering the way they're supposed to, okay? So you're already dealing with organs, elimination organs that are not at their best, right? I'm not trying to scare anybody because, hold on. I said birth control made it worse for me. Yeah, birth control makes it worse. Some people may feel great on medication or birth control during the time, but what it's doing is that you're not feeling the effects of that medication or birth control. Birth control suppresses your ovulation. It suppresses your own natural hormones. So you can't even really feel at the moment, for a lot of people, what they're actually doing to their bodies when they're on birth control. Okay, so these things don't heal the body, right? And I'm coming from a holistic. I'm in the holistic field. I'm not in the Western medicine field. So it's gonna be very different. What I always tell people, what I teach is very different than what your doctor is gonna teach, for the most part, depending on the doctor. However, like when it comes to fibroids, when it comes to endometriosis, when it comes to adenomyosis, sis, I'm able to help women heal because I help them get to the root of the issue. If your healthcare provider, whoever, does not teach you how to get to the root of the issue, they don't teach you how to get to the roots, because fibroids, there's a root cause. The fibroids is just the symptom. Okay, everybody listen to me. Hear me out. Fibroids is the symptom. There's underlying reasons for the fibroids. So you have to get to the root. If you don't get to the root, then you haven't solved the problem. And what happens is that, even if you take away the fibroid, they'll come right back. I know that God guided me here today. Yes. I want to be healed divinely in a holistic way. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm so glad I scrolled here. Yes, yes, yes. So when it comes to that, you have to understand, listen, if you don't take care of the root cause, it's going to be an ongoing problem in your life. You're never going to get rid of the issue. And what happens, I see in a lot of women, it manifests into another problem. So you may get another reproductive health issue. A lot of women have fibroids in endo or fibroids in cyst, right? You have to get to the root. Or you had surgery. After surgery, you keep regrowing the fibroids. That happens to so many women because you did not get to the root of the issue, right? So it's important. You have to get to the root. She also has IBS. Yeah, IBS and fibroids are very common. A lot of women who have fibroids also have IBS. They also have H. pylori, other digestive issues, because when you have fibroids, your digestive system is backed up, okay? Your digestive system is backed up. So there's tons of digestive issues that women that have fibroids have, okay? That's why it's so important to get to the root and to heal it naturally, to shrink it and dissolve it naturally, okay? What is the root cause for fibroids? First of all, I have tons of videos on that on YouTube, but the short answer, because that's a long answer, but the short answer is hormonal imbalances, years and years of waste build up in the body, right? Also stress, trauma, holding on, not the trauma, but holding on to trauma on an energetic level, suppressing trauma, right? So it's like emotional stagnation. It's a stagnation physically and energetically, right? Diet, a bad diet, right? It can go as deep as even self-worth issues when it comes to fibroids. It's energetic and physical root causes to fibroids, but essentially there were signs before. And a lot of women probably have noticed that they developed the fibroids after the most stressful period of their lives. That's what tends to happen after a breakup, divorce, you'll fight for custody of your children, after a really rough, you lost someone in your family, really hard period in your life because you were neglecting yourself. So when I talk about transforming into a fibroid-free lifestyle, because a lot of women are not taking care of themselves. They have neglected themselves in what you do in the physical. If you're neglecting yourself physically, you're also neglecting yourself emotionally, right? A lot of women are on autopilot and you know, they're doing for everybody, but they're not doing for themselves. They're not taking care of themselves. I'm not talking about like, you know, hair or makeup. I'm talking about like emotional self-care, right? Making sure that you are okay, right? Making sure that, I'm talking about, it's a lot deeper than that, right? So a lot of women are not taking care of themselves. They're moving through the world in on autopilot, right? With bills, taking care of everybody else, responsibilities, and just, you know, can we get more likes, by the way? Can we tap on the screen? Let's get the likes up, okay? Because the likes are suffering right now after graduating college. Yeah, that's very common too. After people have gotten, after med school, after you know, masters, like during a period of time you weren't taking care of yourself. Okay, let's get the likes up to 1,000. Can we get it up to 1,000? Is it true that there's non-surgical treatment to get rid of fibroids? What do you mean by non-surgical treatment? Do you mean like not going the surgical routes, or do you mean like another treatment that's temporary? That's me. I seriously broke down emotionally, responsibility, and trauma from relationships. Okay, so I'm happy. Okay, so when we talk about transforming into, and ladies, make sure that you're also on my, thank you for the likes. Make sure you're also, thank you for following me as well. Be sure to also get on my email list, okay? Because I do these lives all the time. But you know, if you want to get, I have also too, on YouTube, I have tons of videos, tons of lives as well to learn other topics when it comes to fibroids. So if you have fibroids and you are interested in learning, thank you for the gift. You're interested in learning the natural way to get rid of fibroids. You're interested in learning about fibroids, how they develop. Is so important that you know and understand your body, why these fibroids develop, why these cysts develop, because a lot of people just want to know, how do I get rid of it? But they don't actually want to know, how did they develop? Why do I have fibroids, right? They're only being told, oh, it's genetic, and that's surface level, right? To truly heal yourself, you got to go deeper than that. You got to go deeper than that. There's a reason why you develop fibroids, okay? Thank you for the heart. So please share and follow. Yes, follow. Also, too, don't forget to check the link in my bio, subscribe to the email list as well. The doctor told me I could go on and on. Okay, so there is UFE, but here's the thing. They do have UFE and they're pushing that. But here's the thing, it does not get to the root cause. So you're going to regrow fibroids again afterwards. So is it worth it? And it's a very painful procedure, okay? Doctors are going to push treatments. Doctors are going to push surgery. That's what they're going to do. But they're not going to push healing. For the most part, most doctors. I don't want to talk about all doctors, okay? Because all doctors are not created equal. But majority, they're not going to push healing. So if you, the thing is, you want to, it's not about just getting rid of the fibroid. It's about getting to the root of the fibroid so that you can get rid of the fibroid, but also get rid of what caused the fibroid. You guys got to think deeper. And we have to have better standards for our health, right? Because just wanting to get rid of the fibroids is almost like, it's just the wrong mindset to have. Because you're just gonna regrow the fibroids and you still have in you what caused the fibroids. So they're just gonna, either you're gonna regrow the fibroids or you're just gonna get another health issue, right? So we have to start like thinking critically and actually getting to the root. What caused the fibroids to occur? Why are we looking for temporary treatments? Treatments are temporary. We gotta get out of that. We have to get out of that. So I've been on the tangent. Okay, let me get into the topic. So listen, when it comes to living a fibroid-free lifestyle, right? First of all, you have to understand the link between your lifestyle and fibroid growth. A lot of you guys are living lifestyles that are causing your fibroids to thrive. Stressful lifestyles, not taking care of yourself, neglecting yourself, not nurturing yourself, taking care of everybody else but yourself. A lot of women wear that badge of honor, and that's not a badge of honor. Taking care of everybody else but yourself, right? Neglecting yourself emotionally and physically, right? So you have to understand there's a link between that. When it comes to stress, that's one of the worst things for fibroids, and it causes fibroids to grow, like develop, grow, and multiply. Stress. So that's number one. Hey, Shanti, we really need emotional healing for real. Yes, for sure, right? And not just emotional healing, because some of us have been on the healing, when it comes to emotional healing, we've been on a healing journey for decades. There's always going to be things you need to heal from, right? Life happens. What I'm talking about is we have to we have to make sure that we're not holding on to these things, these traumas. We all been through trauma. Trauma happens. It's life, right? It's not about what you've been through. It's not about who did, this relationship, that. It's not about that. It's about it's about, are you suppressing this? Are you holding on to this? It's about going through these things, feeling them, processing them, and releasing them so that they're not prisoners in your body. Because we're also energetic beings. So that's what it's about as well, right? Because how to transmute that energy. That's a whole hour live, okay? But I have some videos on my YouTube about self-love and fibroids and all those other things. So be sure to subscribe. You guys, be sure to also subscribe to my YouTube channel, because a lot of these questions you guys are asking, I have in-depth videos about them. Because I don't like answering really deep questions just like in a couple sentences, right? So it's important. You have to release this energy, these traumas. You can't let them, have a hold on you, right? Let's get more likes. Yes, more likes. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So also, we got to make some dietary changes. We have to make some dietary changes. If your diet is toxic, okay, we got to make some changes. Let me be very clear. For most people, it's not some changes. For majority of people, it's an overhaul. It's an overhaul. Okay. What's your YouTube? Let's pin it. It's linked to if you go to the link in my bio, it's up top. You'll see the YouTube symbol, and just click on there. It'll take you straight to my YouTube. It's Sasha Rosa. It'll take you straight to my YouTube if you click the link in my bio. Okay. Where do you begin with emotional trauma? It depends. I mean, you could start. I could say the cliche journaling, but journaling, I don't even want to say it's cliche because it's very powerful to write things down. But at the end of the day, you have to get it out. You have to feel through it. Where to begin? Stop suppressing it. That's because a lot of us have been through things that we haven't dealt with, that we've just kept moving on. And that's what the brain would try to do to deal with trauma a lot of times. But however, that's actually, your body keeps score always. So if you haven't dealt with it, you haven't processed through it, you haven't released it, it's still there. All those traumas are still there. Childhood trauma, relationship trauma, all of these things are still there, right? So we have to get out of, I don't want to say that. So anyway, this thing, let's share. Yeah, share this, please. But anyway, we have to, like I said, get out of holding on to things as well, right? And that's a process. That's a process. I'm not gonna lie, it is a process, right? But a lot of us, I see women, either they suppress the things that they've been through and pretend that everything's okay, or they hold on to all of their traumas. Oh, I've been through, they talk about it all the time. I've been through this, I've been through that. And it's like, everybody has their own traumas that they've been through, right? Like, I'm not saying that in reality, right? Like, nobody cares about your trauma more than you do in reality. So that's another thing too. So you have to, like I said, this is something you have to deal with. You have to start processing and releasing and dealing with these things, right? Not letting them be prisoners in your body, not letting them take hold over you, okay? That's another thing too, okay? If you have to get therapy, right? But there's a lot of people that is in therapy that still, they've been in therapy for years and still it's just, and it has to be a good therapist too, because a lot of people, they just go reliving their traumas over and over again. It's happened 20 years ago, they're still reliving that stuff. We have to get out of that. You have to start to learn how to process this stuff and release it, okay? So that's what I need to take care of, suppressing. Yeah, you have to stop suppressing emotions. So I see either one or the other. People suppress or they hang on. Both are toxic. Both are toxic, okay? So stress management is very important. Only the Lord help me. Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, everybody religion is different, so I totally understand. Stress management, that is huge. Stress management, okay? That's huge. People underestimate that word, that stress word. They underestimate stress, okay? Do not underestimate stress. It will ruin, you can do everything right. If you are living in a stressful lifestyle, a stressful environment, forget it, right? And I say this too, I'm going to do a video on this, fibroids and feminine energy, but not in the way that it's been talked about, right? Because femininity is us living in flow, it's creativity, right? It is, people look at it as its weakness, as it is weakness, and it's not, right? So that's another thing too, living in a flow state, right? Prioritizing yourself, prioritizing your wellness, right? Not having boundaries. That's one thing that women lack that are going through a lot of stress, boundaries, and not living in autopilot, right? So stress, you have to look at when you're dealing, let me just say this too, when you're dealing with fibroids, when you're dealing with a womb that is, when you're dealing with fibroids, heavy bleeding, or ovarian cysts, adenomyosis, these womb issues, the womb is not just a physical organ, it's also an energetic organ. So when you're dealing with these reproductive health issues, these womb issues, guess what? That's also going to mirror out in your life. And I say that in every video, but I say that I have to keep saying that, right? So if you're dealing with if your womb is, is toxic, then you're also going to see that reflect in your life, okay? And you're probably like, well, how you're going to go through, you're going to experience women that have fibroids, and I know because I've been through it. Women that have fibroids and all these other things going on, heavy bleeding, endometriosis, adenomyosis, they're also going through, look, it's going to mirror out in their life with overwhelm and happiness, right? They're going to be living in autopilot, emotional exhaustion, not being fulfilled, not living in your purpose. It's going to mirror out in your life. And that's for a reason. The womb is not just a physical organ. It's also an energetic organ, right? So it's a lot deeper than a lot of people see it. Unfortunately, and people knew this years ago. Other cultures knew this years ago, but unfortunately, in the US, the uterus is looked at as nothing. This is why women are signing up for hysterectomies. It's looked at as nothing. Women don't understand the power that the womb holds. So when you're dealing with fibroids, when you're dealing with heavy bleeding, when you're dealing with clots, like, look at it's deeper than what you think. It's not just, it's genetic and it's woe is me. No, it's deeper. It's look at how you're living your life, right? This is why when my clients start to heal, when they begin to shrink their fibroids, balance their hormones, get rid of their period issues, you also see their life starting to improve in different ways. Opportunities that were once blocked start to open up. Things start to improve. They start to be more aligned with their bodies and their intuitions, right? Because the womb as well, you're going to see that when you're dealing with womb issues, these fibroids are also emotional blocks in the womb. So they're like emotional blocks as well. As just like they're physical masses, they're also emotional blocks and masses as well. So you're going to see blocks in different areas of your life. Everybody's different. It plays out differently, but it's not going to be like, you're not going to be living in flow, if that makes sense, right? So we have to, first is self-awareness. That's number one. And knowing, listen, the way I've been living my life, when you've been diagnosed with any of these issues, when you have any of these issues going on, even if it's just heavy bleeding, it's saying the way you've been living your life is not conducive to your health. You have to make changes. You've been neglecting yourself on a deep level, okay? So self-neglect is like the number one sin. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what any that's the number one sin is right there. Self-neglect, especially women, okay? And women tend to do that the most. Women tend to do that the most. The doctor told me to go for hysterectomy. They push hysterectomies. They push hysterectomies for a reason. They push hysterectomies. It's almost like they want to take. It's deep with that. But ask yourself too, what they do with your uterus when they take it out. That you might want to do some research on that. I'm not even going to say it on this live. YouTube would probably shut me down. I had fibroids, but it's still me. My doctor didn't do anything. What do you mean? I'm not understanding what you're saying. I'm determined to make changes. I've been doing it. Good. When you have to make changes, right? You cannot just sit in toxicity. You cannot just sit living the same life, right? These things. Think of it as your body giving you like a warning, right? Like your engine light is on. Your body's engine light is on. Because when you have fibroids, women just look at it as, it's just fibroids. It's just they look at just the fibroids. They're not looking at what's going on in your body when you have fibroids. They're not looking at all of the waste. They're not looking at the elimination organs, the liver, the kidneys. They're not, again, efficiently working as they should. Because if your liver and kidneys were working correctly, you wouldn't even have gotten fibroids. It would have gotten rid of the excess waste, all of the things in the body that would have caused that. You wouldn't even have gotten the fibroids if your liver and kidneys were working efficiently, if your digestive system was working efficiently. So we're doing things and we're living a lifestyle that's actually putting our body in jeopardy. I'm not, I don't want to scare anybody, but I'm saying that fibroids is like a warning sign, and take heed. You cannot, and it's not about you going to surgery, you looking for a treatment plan. No, it's about you healing, you getting to the root of the issue, right? So we have to get out of the mindset too of, oh, it's just the fibroids and it's just that. No, it's what caused the fibroids, okay? The back pain is unreal. Yes, you're right. They want to use it for research. Don't get me started on that. Or even to sell it, but that's a whole other conversation. But anyway, it's deep. The fact that 600,000 women every single year in the U.S. has a hysterectomy is crazy to me. That's wild. It's the #1 surgery that women are doing. Having their uteruses taken out. It's almost like Western medicine is like, the medical system in this country is like, it's a very patriarchal system. It's almost like they're telling you your body's, like your womb is nothing. It's faulty. Take it out. And they have women actually believing that and signing up for it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, right? Instead of actually getting to the root of the issue and healing, right? So I will be having my 4th myomectomy tomorrow. Woo! I have a fibroid, but it still didn't take it out. Okay, Bonita, I see what you're saying. 4th myomectomy? Yannette, I'm about to pin your comment. I gotta use this as a teaching moment. 4th myomectomy. Yannette, I have to challenge you. Why are we having the 4th one if the first 3 did not work? Why are we having the 4th one if the first 3 did not work? Why? Why are we having the 4th one? Myomectomy does not address the root cause. You're looking at somebody that had a myomectomy years ago, that had her fibroids grow back after, and went on a journey to heal, okay? Myomectomies, I have my whole fibroid story on my YouTube channel. Myomectomies do not work. It's temporary relief. They take out the fibroid, and then you're still left with what caused the fibroid. And this is why women develop fibroids right after myomectomy. So why put your body through all that trauma again if it did not work the first time? And you having it on Valentine's Day. What? They did work. It's expensive. How did they work if you regrew the fibroids? It doesn't matter how long they last. It did not get to the root of the issue. It did not get to the root of the issue. Do you know that with every surgery you're having, you're putting your body, like, when you're dealing with, when you're dealing with fibroids, ladies, I'm just gonna talk about this very briefly. Of course, you're wrong, do what you want, right? Of course, but I want to talk to women that are wanting to do this naturally. When you have fibroids, your body's already at a compromised state. Your elimination organs are already backed up, right? You're dealing with mineral deficiencies. Your body's dehydrated on a cellular level. There's a lot of things going on. We're dealing with lots of waste in the body. So you go have a surgery. This is why some women, they lose so much blood because they're already anemic and they put their bodies through surgery, right? Cutting into the lymph vessels, which you already have a sluggish lymphatic system when you have fibroids, right? So doing all of that, going through the long healing process, right? And just to develop the fibroids again. Does it make sense? Does that make sense? If you know that you're going to develop after having surgery, why would you have it? It doesn't make any sense, right? Why not get to the root of the issue so you no longer have to have the surgery? You no longer have to put your body through pain. And let me just say this. I had a really good comment on one of my YouTube videos. I have a YouTube video called Fibroids to Hysterectomy Pipeline. Okay? No. Wrong. Fibroids to Cancer Pipeline. Okay, I did the fibroids to hysterectomy pipeline too, but I think this one is called Fibroids to Cancer Pipeline. I was saying, and this is, do your research. When you have fibroids, right, you have what is called estrogen dominance. And I want you guys to study this. Do your research, read books. I've been studying for years, over 10 years about fibroids. This is why my clients get massive results. My clients have got rid of fibroids. You can look at my testimonials there on my page. This is why one of my clients literally had just recently, and she just graduated from my program, my 6-week program today, literally had the size of a 9-month uterus. That's how large her fibroids is. Now her stomach has almost fully dissolved. Look at the picture. It's on my page. So listen, here's the thing. When you have fibroids, you have what is called estrogen dominance. Ladies, estrogen dominance. That hormonal imbalance, it doesn't just mean that estrogen is out of balance. It means a series of your hormones are out of balance. So we have estrogen receptors all over the body, right? So if we're dealing with estrogen dominance, we're dealing with fibroids. We're also at risk for other estrogen dominant health issues. There's under the branch of estrogen dominance, there's so many health issues that you can get. So women that have fibroids, you'll see them a lot of times they get other issues. They'll get endometriosis. They'll also get ovarian cysts. These are also other estrogen dominant. If they don't heal the issue, if they don't get to the root of the issue, they start to get other health issues, right? At its worst, breast cancer is an estrogen dominant cancer, ovarian cancer, or what else? Endometrial cancer, uterine cancer, these cancers that are on the rise, okay? One of the risk factors is fibroids. Yes. Ask women fibroids, endometriosis, ovarian cysts, because of the estrogen dominance. I'm going to do another video on estrogen dominance and how it is one of the deadliest hormonal imbalances, right? I'm not saying it to scare you because you can reverse it. This is why I do what I do. I help women get to the roots of the issue, right? And balance their hormones. Because when you still have this in your body, it's fibroids today, but then years later, it can be something else. And I'm not wishing that on anybody, but it's so important to go the natural route because you still have the underlying causes of what's causing fibroids. Now, anybody can have something they want to, of course, right? But it's not smart. I'm sorry. It's just not smart when you know and understand how the body works. You still have the waste in you. That's going to develop into another health issue or more fibroids. So why would you continue getting your uterus slashed into, causing more and more uterine scarring? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, okay? And your hormones are still out of balance. The periods probably still are horrible. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. If you are, okay, let me just say this very clear because this is a holistic channel, page, whatever, because I'm on YouTube too. If you are pro-surgery, wrong page. I love you, wrong page, okay? So just click off. If you want to just stay, be quiet and learn, that's fine. But if you are pro-surgery, when it comes to, you're not holistic, I don't know why you're here, okay? It doesn't make any sense, right? So if you happy that you've been cut open, that's cool, okay? I will have my daughter watch your videos. Okay, that's totally fine. I'm not even gonna address surgery anymore. Had the surgery, grow the fibroids back, do you, okay? Wish you the best. We all know how that story works, so it doesn't make any sense. You're on the wrong channel. Go to a doctor that's promoting surgery, okay? I'm 101%. I'm all about the holistic report. Yeah, I don't know. Some people, again, are, like I said, a lot of us have been brainwashed, so much that we can't even, natural healing is just, we can't even fathom it. So we think that surgery is helping when it just is cutting you open until you regrow the fibroids again. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, no nice foot touch me. I love that attitude. I love that attitude. All right, so holistic it is. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, okay, so I have people on here that's about, because I was getting worried a little bit. Okay, so we talked about stress. And if you're going through a stressful lifestyle, you have to make changes you have to start making changes and modifying your life in a way that's not, like I said, that's going to relieve that stress. And you have to start. I'm thinking you mean message with me, okay? What area and how to make an appointment. So I don't do I do I do in-person events now. I do, but that's with clients. So if you are interested, send me an email. If you're interested in working with me, send me an email. I have how to work with me in the link in my bio. I I have the 6-week womb healing experience is open, okay, for women that's ready to work with me. You are a blessing to women's world. God bless you. I know the Orthodox won't like you. I know. I began looking natural ways of healing because I have no children and want children. Yes, and let me just say this too. Like when you've been like cut open several times, you guys know. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys an example. I had a client who also, and I have her whole story, her case study in the link in my bio. My client, if you see my client case study, I had a client who came to me with fibroids after having 2 surgeries now, and she had uterine scarring because that's what surgery does. And that's not my first client that also had uterine scarring due to myomectomies, because women don't know that these things called scarring, but have at it, right? So she had 2 myomectomies previously, got fibroids again, because that's what happens. She had also uterine scarring, blocked tubes, because myomectomies also cause blocked tubes due to the scarring a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times. She also had low AMH levels. Her hormones were out of balance, right? She had a lot going on. She had adenomyosis as well. So she had a lot going on, right? And it was getting worse and worse. And she was having fertility issues. She had went, I think, 2 to 3 years, like not being able to get pregnant. And also too, she had tried fertility treatments. She tried everything. None of it was working. She was even at one point considering surrogacy. And she just had her baby, by the way. But anyway, she worked with me for 6 months in my Detoxify Your Womb program. That is my top program and the best way to work with me, my Detoxify Your Womb program. So she worked very closely with me for 6 months. Her whole entire story is in the link in my bio, by the way. She went at the end of the 6 months, and it was not easy at first, right? At the end of 6 months, she got rid of, they looked at her uterus and they couldn't believe the difference. She got rid of all of her fibroids. She also dissolved her uterine scarring completely, unblocked her tubes completely. This is naturally now, without treatments and surgery. She got rid of they saw no traces of adenomyosis. They also saw healthy eggs on her, healthy follicles on her ovaries, and so many I was like, wow. Her periods got so much better. She was having like really bad spotting, and they were saying, oh, perimenopause. I was like, no, there ain't no perimenopause. She was dealing with hormonal imbalance, right? Everything cleared up. Her periods, she was having healthy periods. She was no longer having all of this spotting in between her periods. Her periods got much better. And then a few months after working with me, she got pregnant naturally. She just had her baby. What was it? It was 2 weeks ago. Okay. Thank you. Her whole story is in the link in my bio. And if you're watching from YouTube, go to my description box. You're gonna see my client case study. And I have so many, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the gifts. I have so many testimonials like that. I have so many women. I had one client that couldn't get pregnant for 4 years. And literally, she worked with me for 3 months. 1 month after taking my program, she got pregnant. I couldn't believe it. Okay, so if you want more information, if you want to work with me, I have my Detoxify Your Womb program. I'm actually, again, we're opening up and taking more clients on March 1st, but you can enroll now. I have my Detoxify Your Womb program, and I have my 6-week womb healing experience. So if you're interested, the link is in my bio. And I also have self-study courses. If you're not able to work with me, I have self-study courses, my Freedom from Fibroids Mastery course. I don't usually promote that, but I have that available. And I also have my, that takes you through the whole entire process of getting rid of your fibroids, right? So if you're not able to work with me, take a self-study course, right? I also have a Fix Your Period course as well. I've been doing this for years, helping women for years, right? I've been doing this for years. I love what I do. And again, this is my purpose, it's my passion. Okay, so listen, your body is very powerful and can heal, okay? Your body is very powerful and can heal. And it saddens me when I hear women still in 2025 resorting to getting cut open. But I only can heal the ones that are I only can heal the ones that are actually wanting to heal, right? That are wanting, that love themselves enough to say, listen, I'm not going to settle for being cut open. I'm going to go all the way and heal my body. Because if I know that if I have fibroids, I know that if I have these reproductive health issues, there's underlying causes. So I'm actually going to go the whole, it's the it's the harder way, but it's the more rewarding way, because you actually get healing, right? You actually learn how to live a lifestyle where you're not going to get fibroids again. You don't have to settle for going through surgery every 10 years, which is for every year. Some people every 2 years. There was a woman, and I posted her in my stories a couple weeks ago, who she had a hysterectomy when she was 30. She had fibroids her whole, she said fibroids ruined my 20s. She had a myomectomy every 2 years. It was like, she had like 4 or 5 myomectomies every 2 years of her 20s. Poor thing probably didn't know that you can heal this naturally, but she had ended up having, so she said her dreams of having children were ruined. That's the life that women are settling for. We gotta get out of that. We have to get out of that. We have to get out of that. Your body is very powerful and can heal, okay? So to settle for treatments that are temporary, getting cut open, no. And let me just say this, the woman that I just talked about, that my client just had her baby a couple weeks ago after years of infertility, when they looked at her uterus after she worked with me for 6 months, and the fibroids were gone, the uterine scarring was gone, the only thing they could see was the indents of her previous surgeries, because she had had surgery twice. So those things leave permanent indents in your uterus. So I just want you guys to know, okay? Please read my comment. I didn't get your comment, Benita. Okay? I'm in agreement. God has given us answers. I subscribe to your YouTube channel. Yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Okay, I found you a few minutes ago. I can work on prevention moving forward. Okay. I mean, it's not by force. It ain't by force. It ain't by force. I mean, you know, everybody has to make their own decisions and do what they think is best for them. Okay, Benita. Do you know anything about thyroid? Yes, if you have, okay, this is why, again, another estrogen dominant issue. Okay, so Bonita, you have, a lot of women have fibroids have thyroid issues as well. Because what did I say? It falls under the umbrella of estrogen dominance. So if you have fibroids, you can get another estrogen dominant health issue if you do not get to the root of the issue, right? So it's very common. I have a client right now that has thyroid, before she worked with me, she had her thyroid removed already, but that was before she worked with me. So your thyroid can also, that can heal naturally, 100% naturally, right? It's hormonal. It's your hormones, okay? So if your hormones are out of balance, then of course, thyroid will have issues. We have had such a horrible story. My daughter was bullied into having surgery. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, a lot of women are coerced into surgery. Unfortunately, they're lied to into having surgery, okay? So what did she take? What did who take? Well, it's so important to, a lot of women are I don't want to say bullied, because I mean, I don't know if the doctor can really bully you, but coerced into having surgeries. A lot of women are coerced, and because they're lied to, they're told that's your last resort. There's nothing else that can be done. That's a lie. Your body is very powerful, and listen, a lot of you guys are probably new. Your body is very powerful, more powerful than you think. In fact, God has designed our bodies to heal naturally. Thank you. Drop the mic. It's literally. Thank you. Look at my client. Okay, one of my clients, Sasha, got me off birth control. I bled out twice, and she reversed my anemia, and my peers are like, listen. And Ty hasn't even checked on her fibroids yet, so I'm sure fibroids also have shrunk, okay? Ty's situation was so bad, she would bleed out and have to be rushed to the emergency room, right? I did surgery twice and still had fibroids. I did surgery twice and still have fibroids and endometriosis. Thank you guys for sharing your story. Because listen, women don't, like, a lot of people don't get it. The surgeries are not healing you, right? You feel better temporarily. We have to stop settling for feeling good just now. Think about your health 5 years from now or next year. Or listen, what you're doing now is going to, like, what we do in our 30s, 40s, even 50s, it's going to set us up for the next 30, 40, 50 years of our lives, depending on how long you live. So you guys that are just getting cut open, what is that, like, what kind of health are you going to be in later, right? And you have not gotten to the root of the issue. You have not done this naturally. This is why women are suffering in perimenopause and menopause and suffering, because their body's dealing with toxicity. You don't have to go through that. You don't have to go through that. But we're still signing up for being cut open. We're still signing up for medications when we're supposed to be signing up for healing. Okay? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. In fact, God has designed our bodies to heal. Exactly. Exactly. I need to talk to you. Okay, so what do you need? You can send me an email, Benita, but I think I saw your comment. So you can send me an email. My hormones are bad too. Yeah, if you have fibroids, your hormones are out of balance. If you have fibroids, your hormones are out of balance, right? That's why it's so important. I got estrogen dominance, okay? If you see how happy I am hearing from you, this is God's confirmation to my healing naturally. Listen, there were times where I thought I couldn't heal naturally. There were times where I thought that I would have to settle for the rest of my life of being cut open every couple of years or every 3 or whatever. No. And it's beautiful on this side. It's beautiful on this side. Is when he going through the process of healing your body, it's not easy, but it's worth it. It's worth it. That's a gift you can give to yourself. Transformative womb healing, because it's not only about you getting rid of the fibroids. You're creating wellness in your body. You're creating wellness in your soul. Even you're releasing traumas. It's so much that goes to womb healing that people don't even think about, right? So when I'm going through the process of healing my body, I'm going through a transformative process. I'm transforming my health. Do you know how powerful that is, right? And also that too helps you, puts you in a mindset of you can do anything. If you can do that, if you can heal your body, do something, get rid of fibroids, things and balance your hormones, things that people say that can never happen naturally, that you have to get slashed open for. If you can do that naturally, what can't you do? What can't you do? What can't you do? Okay? It doesn't make any sense for us to continue to settle for, you know how many women per year are having myomectomies? It doesn't make any sense. How many women are getting their uterus taken out? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. That is a form of, I'm going to be honest with you, that is a form of like having you misery. Because once you have the surgery, it's, when are they going to grow back? You're in anxiety mode of when are they going to grow back? You're literally in anxiety mode because that's what happens. Okay? Yes, because the meds are not working. Yeah, medication, I don't believe in medications. When there's all these herbs out here, why would we do medications? I believe God has developed our bodies to heal. Absolutely. Making money out of people's pains and leaving them damaged. Woo! That is my thing about that's why the medical system is toxic. That's what they do. They put profit over people. They don't care. They want to create lifetime customers. That's what they want to do. They want you to have they know the surgery is not going to work because you're going to regrow them. They want to make you a lifetime customer. Guess what? And surgeons sell surgeries. Surgeons sell surgeries. That's what they do. Do you know how much incentive they get when they slice you open and when they slice that uterus open? Right? And then just think about the women that want to have children later. Don't get me started on that. We all deserve better than to be treated like lab rats who are cut open. Woo! Let me pin that. We all deserve better than to be treated like lab rats that are cut open. Listen. Woo! You said it right. I could end the live with that. I can end the live. Thank you, Ty. We all deserve better than to be treated like lab rats who are cut open. You deserve better. We have to have better standards than this. We have to have better standards for our health than this. We got to. We have to. Okay? Finding you is the best Valentine's Day gift. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. To her, now we can have a holistic approach. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, and happy pre-Valentine's Day to everyone. Okay? Hope you guys have a great day tomorrow. I won't be on live tomorrow, but hope you guys have a great day. My dopamine level is so high right now. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. And that's great for healing as well. Getting those dopamine levels high, right? Feeling good and knowing and trusting in your body's ability to heal. When you're on a healing journey, it should feel amazing because you know that you're doing something for you, okay? You're doing something for you. I have to take a surgery. Please give your email. My link is in my bio. You're going to see the envelope symbol in my bio. Email me. It will take you straight to my email, okay? So go to the link in my bio, okay? When we're on a healing journey, you're doing something beautiful for yourself, right? You're pouring into yourself. You're loving, you're doing things to nourish yourself. When we talk about a fiber-free lifestyle, that's it right there. nourishing yourself, right, on a deeper level. Know that you have options. Absolutely, you have options. Nobody has to have surgery, okay? Nobody has to have surgery. A lot of times, these surgeries are just making things worse. We have to, like, the uterine scarring, the adhesions that women are having now due to these surgeries are just out of control, okay? So it's not just, you guys, it's surgery does a lot of more damage than we think, okay? It's colonoscopy, colonoscopy, good or bad? Is it associated with fibroids? Well, if you have fibroids, the digestive system is backed up, right? So yes, that could cause issues again with your bowels, with being backed up, with accumulation of waste, okay? So that's associated with colonoscopy. If it's me, and I get it, right? I'm not telling you not to have it, but also, because we get into a lot of times doing a lot of testing, right? And I get it. But when you start to, like, really get good at this journey and really go on your healing journey and start to see results, you're not gonna see the need for all of this testing, all of this okay, you don't have bowel problems, they suggested it. I wouldn't. For me, I wouldn't. I don't believe all of this, because that's, again, the medical system, they want you to do all of this testing, but they don't promote you doing things every single day to make sure you don't get those problems, right? So if you're having issues with bowels, if you're having issues with a backed up system, you're supposed to be doing things every single day to move your system, right? To get your system to move, to heal your digestive system, to heal your gut, right? So what are we doing all this testing for? That's me. I don't believe in all this testing. When your body shows you what's going on. But a lot of us, again, are not listening to our bodies. Our body shows us what's really going on. I'm not telling you not to get testing. If you guys feel more comfortable with that, get the testing. Get the testing, okay? The pap smears, all this stuff, women are still coming down with fibroids, with pap smears, and still coming down with the same issues. So I don't see the point of it, okay? This sounds amazing. How did you begin getting into this work? People got me into it. Well, it's a long story, but pretty much, I was helping people because they know I did it as well. My first client was actually somebody that I was working with at the time, a long time ago. So I was able to help her because she was getting off birth control. She had cysts and was getting off birth control, and she was, like, going through a really hard time. And then, of course, her hormones were going crazy, because that's what happens when you get off birth control, because, you know, you're gonna feel the effect of what the synthetic hormones were doing to your body, and was able to help her heal. She actually listened to me and was able to help her heal, and it went from there. Now this is what I do. I'm, certified in this, and this is what I've been helping women now for years. So yeah, I guess that was the beginning. Let's see. I'm not gonna listen to them. Yeah, I wouldn't. I have been searching for my daughter an alternative. As mothers, we do our best to help our young adults. I totally understand. But also to know that your daughter has to want to help herself too. Because even if you search for an alternative and she's not interested, she's like, I don't want to make these changes, then, right? All you can do is lead her to, the well you can't help. I don't even know what that quote is. I forget what the quote is, but you know what I'm saying? You can lead her to the right option, but she has to also be the one to make the changes, right? Because there's tons of people, they say, oh, I want my daughter to work with you, and they don't want to make the changes. So I always say, when people say, I want my daughter to come to you, or I want my girlfriend to come to you, I always get those type of emails. I say, have them contact me. If they serious, if they're adults, they're gonna contact me, okay? I will heal naturally. Yes, since I started adjusting my lifestyle, I feel so much better. Good. Good evening. Mine are huge. When you say huge, can you see my B? I didn't see your comment. I just saw whatever. I just saw you say never mind. I didn't see your comment. I agree. She's at work. She will. Okay. Have her reach out. Mine are okay. So when we say huge, how huge? Because I've worked with people with 20 centimeter fibroids. So how huge are we talking? People think huge sometimes it's like 8 centimeters. Well, it is big, but That doesn't mean, people tend to think that that means I can't heal. No, it can still heal. Did you see my client that had the huge 9-month uterus, 9-month uterus? Did you guys see her? Just, the link is in my bio. I mean, so excuse me, go to my pinned post. Go see how large her stomach was. And go see how it looks like now, okay? So it's a huge difference. Her stomach was the size of a 9-month pregnancy. Yeah, okay. So listen, it can't be bigger than that. Well, it could be. But it doesn't matter how big it is. You can still heal naturally. And then, listen, Ty, in 4 weeks, she showed me the after picture. I was shocked. I was like, what? Her stomach almost fully dissolved in 4 weeks in the 6-week womb healing experience. In 4 weeks, literally. I was like, what? The lady wasn't playing. She wasn't playing. In 4 weeks. And she told me, what was that? The after picture she showed me was from like the 27th of January. She said since then, it's even more of a difference. I said, ooh, show me the updated picture. She actually graduated from the program today. She just started with me January 1st, 2025. She literally just started. It's already a huge difference. Her last period was so much better. Her period before she started working with me was like 2 weeks long and just she was in bed. It was bad. Her periods was so bad. No, not just changing her diet. No. It's a lot deeper than that. It wasn't just that. It was included that, but it was much more than that. They say I had one the size of a coconut and 2 the size of a grapefruit. And that doesn't mean that they can't heal naturally. They are kind of big. However, there's women that have the size of a watermelon. However, what are we doing now? Because if we have large fibroids, large fibroids, even if they're smaller, large fibroids, I always say, listen, we need to get on it with a healing plan. We got to get on it because these things cannot just continue to grow. Does your program include dietary changes? Of course. And I had to tell a couple people that weren't interested in changing their diet, this ain't gonna work for you, okay? Sorry, I can't work with you, okay? I have to turn them away. Do you have payment plans? I do have payment plans, I do. Send me an email. And I also have Klarna Afterpay. We use Klarna Afterpay and Affirm as well, the payment system as well, okay? And healing naturally is a journey of determination. Yes, discipline and consistency. Woo! And you know what? When you're also, that is so true. And also too, when you're on, I was on the payment plan, mommy, don't let the money get in the way. Listen, let them know. Exactly, Ty, let them know. Don't let the money get in the way. There's payment plans, and there's also Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm. So there's a way. If there's a will, there's a way. If there's a will, there's a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Okay? I had to say for her program, yes. So there's options. Absolutely, there's options. And it was worth it, right? Ty, it was worth it. I couldn't find your email. If you go to the link in my bio, you're going to see the envelope symbol. You're going to see on top, you're going to see an envelope symbol. That will take you straight to my email, okay? Go to the link, click the link in my bio. You'll see an envelope symbol. That'll take you straight to my email. If you still can't find it, send me a message on here, and I will send you my email, okay? Yes. Okay, just one question. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and ask. Girl, it's so worth it. I cry with my period because it's so different. Yes. And you know what? I cannot wait till you go get an ultrasound and see that the fibroids have shrunk because I already know. Okay. Everything the fibroid, you said, what does the program consist of? What's the cost? So I have 2 different programs running now, the 6-week womb healing experience, and I have our top program, the Detoxify Your Womb program. Okay. So it depends, like whichever, they're both different. They're both different prices. I'm sorry. So everything that's included in them is in the link in my description, the link in my bio. So just go ahead, click on it, read about it. But it's called the 6-week womb healing experience. We're taking clients now, and also the Detoxify Your Womb program. We have a 2-month intensive that starts March 1st. We're also taking clients for that as well. So whichever one, okay. I don't see the email really. Okay, you guys. If you guys don't see my email, just send me a message. Does your program help women avoid a myomectomy? Absolutely. Do you know how many women have canceled? Like they've joined my program and said, listen, I have a myomectomy scheduled, so I want to make sure this works before I go in. Do you know how many women have canceled myomectomies, hysterectomies, UFE procedures by working with me? Oh my God, so many. So many, right? And for ladies that can't work with me, I have other options. I have courses as well. I have my Freedom from Fibroids self-study course, okay? So absolutely, that's what I do. Help women avoid a myomectomy and heal their bodies. Get to the root of the issue, okay? So that you're fibroid free, okay? I don't see your email. If you don't see my email, send me a message. Just send me a message on here. Send me a message on here, okay? Hi, Faith. I've been on for over an hour and it's late. It's after 10. All right, hey ladies coming in. I've been on for over an hour. If you want to work with me, you're not able to find my email, send me a message. If you're on YouTube, my email is the link in my bio. You guys will see the link in my bio. You guys will see the email, in my bio. Join my email list. Listen, join my, I know that's going to be, you guys are going to see that. Subscribe to our email list. So the link is in my bio, okay? Subscribe to my email list. If you're not able to work with me in my programs, 6-week womb healing experience or our Detoxify Your Womb program, we have courses, self-study courses, okay? As well, okay? But don't just sit here with the fibroids and do nothing, right? Unless you have somebody else that's helping you. Don't just sit here and do nothing. As we go through the program, do we have contact with you or someone on your team? Yeah, so Miss Crawford, my Detoxify Your Womb program, yes. With the 6-week womb healing experience, yes. But at the same time, we do it's more so to have, okay, my Detoxify Your Womb program is more so one-on-one. So it's more one-on-one. You have more one-on-one support. The 6-week womb healing experience, you have access to me, but not as much as our Detoxify Your Womb program. Because our Detoxify Your Womb program is our top program, right? We do weekly group calls. For the 6-week womb healing experience, we do have 2 more spots. The next two women that register for the program will also get a one-on-one, an hour-long one-on-one call with me. That's a special bonus. That's not supposed to be included in the 6-week womb healing experience, but it's a special bonus. So you'll get a 1-hour one-on-one call with me, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. But if you want more access to me, the Detoxify Your Womb program, that's our top program, okay? So there's that, okay? Any other questions before I log off? I go get ready for bed. It's been a long day. You're welcome, and join our email list, ladies. Join our mailing list. The link is in my bio. Subscribe to our mailing list. Also subscribe to YouTube channel as well. You'll see the link in my bio to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll see the YouTube symbol because a lot of these replays are on my YouTube live. If you go to the live section, you're welcome. You're welcome. And if you want to work with me, if you're not able to find my email, send me a message. Let's go. Okay. Yes, I have one question. Okay, B, come on. Can a hernia heal naturally? It actually can, but it's a little bit more complicated than getting rid of a fibroid. It can, but with a hernia, it might take more time. Okay, it might take more time. Yes, B, I'm waiting on your question. Okay. I feel like, is your question not going through? Because sometimes TikTok will do that. I've been sending the question, but no, it's not that I bypassed it. They're not showing the question to me, okay? I don't bypass, well, I do sometimes, but I didn't bypass your question, okay? They try to modify the words, because certain words, YouTube will not show the comment, okay? People always think I'm ignoring them. I'm like, I'm not ignoring you. If I was, I would tell you. Because if people, I have no problem telling you, I'm ignoring you, but no, your question, just send the message, thank you. I'm not ignoring your question, B, though. I didn't see a question from you, so I'll wait a second. If I don't see it, then we got to go. Just send me a message. You have to split it up or use symbols instead. Yes, yeah, try that. Because TikTok can be, it can be funny sometimes with certain words. Okay? Okay, I will reply to you guys' messages as soon as I get off of here. But also make sure that you guys subscribe to my email list as well. Okay? I don't know. I'm not seeing her question. Try to split it up. Anybody else have a question? Anybody else have a question? Should I be concerned about this fibroid? I'm currently 8 months pregnant. Oh boy. Is it just one fibroid? Yeah, we did a 5K. Great. Thank you. Is it just one? Do you know how big the fibroid is? Do you know how big the fibroid is? Oh, fibroids and pregnancies can get tricky. Okay. Now, there's women that's had, safe deliveries and everything, and I hope that that's the case with you as well. If I was you, I would start the process now. But of course, when you're pregnant, you can't go full blown like fibroid healing like everybody else, right? You have to do it differently when you're pregnant. You have to be a little bit less. You can't. I work with pregnant and women that are breastfeeding as well. That have fibroids. You cannot be as drastic when you are pregnant. You have to be careful. Okay. Yeah, just one, but doctor said it's large. They didn't say the size. Yeah. Well, I would start now by making some changes. Okay? Start now. But don't be drastic. You cannot be drastic, but you have to start making some changes, right? Just to lower the risk, okay? Lower the risk, all right? Hopefully that makes sense. They're telling me it's not concerning. I'm not hurt. Okay. So that's good then. But at the same, let me just say something. At the same time though, right? Especially as we get to the late stages of pregnancy, the fibroid can grow. Hopefully it doesn't grow. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with anything. You still want to, like I said, make changes. You still want to make changes. You want to create a healthier environment in your body, because if you have fibroids, there's no need to be worried. What you want to do is make changes and take action. There's no need to be worried, okay? Don't be worried. They said we have to start, like I said, moving, make changes if you can. My mom was pregnant with me with a fibroid, yes. So with our health, with our stress levels, I don't, because I know you're pregnant, don't stress over it. Don't worry over it. Start making changes, right? You start with your diet, start with hydration, even if it's small, just start doing something. Okay? If you need help with that, if you want to work with me, that's totally, yes, I do take on pregnant clients that have fibroids as well as clients that are breastfeeding. As a matter of fact, one of my breastfeeding clients that had fibroids, that had 9 fibroids, okay? By working with me, she got rid of 4 of them, and the rest of them shrunk extremely tiny. And she didn't deal with all of the postpartum symptoms that most women deal with because she was working with me during the time. So if you want to work with me, but start making little changes. You can start with diet, start with hydration, just start making better, and lower the stress levels. Lower your stress, okay? But what you want to do, you don't want to stress over it. Okay, you don't want to stress over it, because you can. There's no need to stress over things that we can heal. There's no need to stress. That when women have fibroids, they get so stressed, right? They get some women get even depressed, and I get it. But I also say there's no need to stress over what you can control. There's no need to stress over what you can control, right? So there's that. Now, if nobody else has any questions, I'm gonna go now. Been on here for an hour and 15. All right, you guys have a great night. I'll be back live probably maybe around Sunday-ish. Subscribe to my email list again, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel and my email list, okay? If you want to work with me, send me a message and let's go. Listen, I'm trying to heal as many wombs as possible in 2025. Can we go? Let's go. Can you pin your email? SashaRosa@MajesticHealthServices.com. Okay, I can't type in here for some reason. SashaRosa@Majestic. Just send me a message. If you need my email, just send me a message. Because I feel like somebody's going to spell a word wrong, right? Send me a message if you need my email, all right? Have a good one. Bye, ladies. Good night. Good night, YouTube.